The final home game for 2025 is about to get underway here at Bosse Field as the Evansville Otters tries to take the rubber match between the Florence Y'alls. Everybody, I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me for this home finale ball game. Evansville has played some really good ball in August, are coming off a 4-2 loss last night. They were very close, but an unfortunate defensive mistake late cost them. They could not complete the win, but tonight they get Braden Scott on the mound. What a year he has had. He looks to try to finish off the home campaign on the right foot as the all-time leader in strikeouts for the Otters, the single-season record holder for strikeouts in a season. And he set in his last start where he struck out 11 batters and had no walks. Tries to do the same here on this Thursday evening. You're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Check them out today to sign up and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. 4 games remain on the schedule. We have obviously the home finale here at Bosse before Evansville travels out to Gateway to play their final 3 games of the 2025 season. And a special award recognition for L.J. Jones. I'll let you listen in to Zane Clodfelter give the announcement.
L.J. Jones has been named the 2025 recipient of the Fran Riordan Citizenship Award. Selected by Frontier general managers, coaches, and media individuals, this honor proves Jones' character has been seen across the league this season. The award annually honors the Frontier League's player who best exhibits outstanding citizenship in the community, both on and off the field. Fans, let's hear it one more time for L.J. Jones, the 2025 Fran Riordan Citizenship Award recipients. We're proud of you.
So that was the recognition for the Citizenship of the Year award for L.J. Jones. He has been an absolute pleasure to be around this year. Obviously, he's been just such a good person within the locker room, within the, on the bus, during games. Oftentimes, you'll see him while he's in the on-deck circle giving fist bumps to fans, whether it's at home or on the road. Obviously, stays behind every home game for autographs, but also does it sometimes on the road. Just always out there and very well earned for L.J. Jones, the slugger for Evansville, who's had an excellent end of the season, as many of the Otters have. Evansville enters this ball game with a 14-9 record in the month of August. They're 8-3 here at home, trying to finish off strong. They have a 25-22 record, so they have confirmed a winning record at home this season. They have done that so many times. They continue that strong streak. And they've been so good at this field in front of these home fans all year. You know, even back when they were struggling, you know, in May and June, where they were struggling a little bit on the road especially, they always came back here and won some big games, played some really good ball. Obviously, it was a tough month of July. A lot of road trips with some home series interspliced. But, man, have they been fun to watch and fun to be a part of, especially here in August, as they've really brought together a young and ambitious team that has played some really, really good baseball. And again, it's not even that, you know, they're winning every game, obviously 14-9, but even in the games they've been losing, they've been close. You know, they had that 7-run deficit going into the 9th inning against Windy City, where they got the tying run to the plate in Logan Brown, who almost hit that one deep enough to tie the ball game. Like, it was, you know, it was one of those games that looked like it got down a hand. You brought it back with just a chance. They really feels like, I think, the last 4 losses, at some point in the last 2 innings, they've brought the tying run to the plate. So they have not been giving up. They've never been saying die in this month of August, and they try to end off the home series strong for the head out to Gateway for the final 3 games of this season. Let's take a short break. When we're back, we will continue the Papa John's postgame show talking about the starting lineups and the starting pitchers of both sides. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Welcome into Bosse Field for the final time in 2025. The Evansville Otters in a rubber match against the Florence Yalls, trying to end their 2025 home schedule off strong, as they have confirmed a winning record at home, and now they try to finish off on the right foot, trying to rebound after last night's close and tough loss. Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me this Thursday evening, Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. We've got a fantastic crowd due for tonight, college night at the ballpark. And it's really nice to have, this final game being in front of a big crowd and being able to see Braden Scott put on a show, as he has put on the last 2 times he's pitched here for the Otters. But before we get to him, last night's game, Evansville lost a tough heartbreaker 4-2. Got off to an early lead. Adrian Montova looked really sharp through 5. Ran into some trouble in that 6th inning. A couple of runs scored off of him. But Evansville, again, didn't die. They got a big run in the 7th to tie the game. And it looked like they were going to get out of the 8th as well. Scoreless, chance to go to the bottom of the 8th to take the lead. But a defensive mistake allowed the inning to continue, allowed a run to score. Eventually, a second run came around to score, and they could not get the job done, losing 4-2. They enter this ball game 5-6 against Florence this season. They are 4-1 here at Bosse Field, 1-5 on the road, trying to match what Florence did against this team at their home ballpark. They win tonight. They end up 5-1 at home and 6-6 on the season. Evansville enters 2 games behind Florence in the record or in the standings. Obviously, not fighting for a playoff spot, but fighting for some pride at the end of this season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both sides. First, for the Florence Yalls, leading it off at second base will be Tyler Shaneyfelt. Batting second, and at third base will be Michael Ballard. Batting third and in right field, TJ Reeves. Batting fourth and at first base, Hank Zeisler. Batting fifth and DHing, Anthony Brocato. Batting sixth and in left field, Jackson Hauge. Batting seventh and catching, Zaid Richardson. Batting eighth at shortstop, Hector Nieves. And rounding up the lineup, the center fielder, Dalen Thompson. For the Otters, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game and DHing tonight will be Dennis Pierce. Batting second and in center field will be Graham Brown. Batting third and in right field, JT Benson. Batting fourth and at first base, LJ Jones. Batting fifth and at third base, once again, will be Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth and in left field, Stephen Paolini. Batting seventh and at second base, JJ Cruz. Batting eighth and catching, Justin Felix. And rounding out the lineup, the shortstop, Crix Tavares. Let's take a look at our starting matchup between the two teams. It looks like for Florence, they're going to be using a opener with Edgar Martinez. He enters this game. He's made 9 appearances. This is just his second start. He's a 4.61 ERA and 13 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts to 9 walks. He's a guy that Evansville can definitely hit. His last time out went 3 innings against Gateway, giving up 2 runs. 1 of them earned on 3 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. He did make the start in that game, only went 3 innings in the 7-inning affair before he was followed by Will Karsten. We'll see if the initial starter, who is listed as Sean Gamelin, will end up going at some point in this game. He is listed as an available pitcher out of the bullpen. But the Otters get their ace to go for them in this ball game. They get Braden Scott. And I've said this every time he started, but what more can you say about the guy who has destroyed every record for Evansville? The single-season strikeout record holder, set that in his last start against Windy City here at the ballpark. He is the all-time strikeout leader, and now he gets a chance to start the final home game here at Bosse Field in front of this great crowd. His last time out on August 22nd, he set the single-season strikeout record for Evansville. Struck out 11 batters, didn't walk anybody, gave up 8 hits in 8 innings. Again, we talked about that in that game. A lot of it was weak contact. The one real big hit he gave up was against Carlos Pena on a solo shot in the 8th inning. But he went the longest any Otter has gone this year. He takes his 2.04 home ERA against this Florence squad. And again, he has been so good at home very recently. at home this year. As I mentioned, a 2.04 ERA in 70 2/3 innings pitched, 95 strikeouts to just 28 walks. That's a 12.1 strikeout per 9 ratio. As a starter, that number is ridiculous. It is absolutely amazing what he has done. The 2025 All-Star, his final start for Evansville this season. And he will look to try to shut them down again. And just look at these last 4 starts at home. He's gone at least 7 innings in each one of those games. Gave up 1 run in 7 innings of work against Lake Erie. No runs and a shutout against New York. Went 7 shutout innings against Joliet. And 8 innings, giving up just 1 run in that final inning against Windy City. Time to give you the starting laps from Zane Cloudfelter. When we're back, we'll talk about Braden Scott even more, because why not? Here's Zane Cloudfelter on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Leadoff batter, the designated hitter, number 10, Dennis Pierce. Batting second, the center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown. Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, J.T. Vincent. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 12, Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 34, Stephen Paolini. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz. Batting eighth and catching, number 5, Justin Felix. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 18, Chris Tavares. Pitching for the Evansville Otters in the 25 home finale, left-handed pitcher, number 8, Braden Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice with the singing of our national anthem, this evening performed by Shelley Long.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Shelley Long with our national anthem. Tonight's game ball is delivered to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And now to help me say those legendary
It's
words
time for baseball here at Bosse Field for one last time. Braden Scott takes the mound, pitching to Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Braden Scott, in his last 29 innings here at Bosse Field, has given up just 2 earned runs, one in a 7-inning outing against Lake Erie, and then one in an 8-inning outing against Windy City his last time here. It has been a fun season to watch Braden Scott, especially down the stretch here at home. During that time, just a .62 ERA over his last 4 starts at Bosse Field. It's just an excellent streak of games for him here, and he looks to try to finish it off strong. Pitching to Justin Felix. Again, Felix has been missing some time, dealing with some injuries, but his last time out hit a couple of big home runs, including a grand slam. Back in the lineup to catch what is the final appearance for Braden Scott in an Otters uniform in 2025. So he continues his warm-up pitches. Obviously, we're chasing down the end of the Frontier League season, and we can talk about how much it's been fun here at Bosse Field. We can talk about around the league. Lake Erie currently holding a one-game lead over Washington. They lead 2-1 early against Down East in the fourth inning. The big matchup between New York and Ottawa. In New York, they're up 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Again, if New York wins that, they will head to the final series down just half a game. If they lose, they end up 2.5 games back, and they would need to win all 3 games, with Ottawa losing all 3 games. Tyler Schoenfeld steps in to lead off this ball game against Braden Scott, a lefty v lefty matchup to get us started here for the final time in 2025 at Bosse Field. First pitch finds zone outside corner for strike 1. And as always, beautiful day for baseball. Next pitch, middle. Make it 0-2 to Schoenfeld. It's even been that crazier about Braden Scott. His last 2 starts, a combined 24 strikeouts, no walks. That has been the huge denominator over his last couple of starts here. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's how he gets us started with a German American Bank strikeout on 3 pitches. And there is one away for Michael Ballard. And why not? I mean, just get into it.
L and K. Play ball with the Hoosier Lottery. Please play responsibly. Batting second.
So with one away, it's Michael Ballard. Here's the first pitch to Ballard. Fastball misses high. First pitch to miss in this game. Count will be 1-0. Ballard did not start game 1 and game 2. Batted in the 5-hole, went 1 for 4 with a single his first time up. 1-0 pitch. Back in the zone is Scott. Make it 1-1. The Otters in their beersies for the final time on this thirsty Thursday. They're being auctioned off tonight to the people in the crowd, or someone who's auctioning for him. That pitch misses high, make it 2-1. Bidding for him, that's the word I was looking for. And what a crowd we are playing up in front of. Here's the 2-1 pitch into Ballard. Finds the zone at the knees, make it 2-2. As I mentioned, college night at the ballpark. The new president of USI threw out the first pitch. A ton of local students here at the ballpark. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 2 away on 2 strikeouts for Braden Scott. His second German American Bank strikeout already, and there is 2 away. And it will bring up TJ Reeves. Scott winds and delivers the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Didn't mean to go, but he did. Count is 0-1. Scott is working out in front early. He is attacking these hitters with no fear. The 0-1 pitch, that one taken high, make it 1-1. This Florence team who hits a ton of home runs. Scott, who dealt with a little bit of a home run problem in the middle of the season. He's really locked in, hasn't dealt with too many of those problems lately, but this is a tough team to go against. The 1-1 pitch taken just inside to the dismay of the vocal home crowd. Make it 2-1. Scott winds and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Backdoor breaker, didn't quite break enough. Another close pitch, but another better take for TJ Reeves. Make it 3-1. Trying to avoid his first walk of the game. His first walk in 2 starts. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, can't catch up to it. Count runs full. Blew the fastball by him. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He strikes out the side to begin the ball game. And if that's a sign for what we have coming, it's going to be a fun night at Bossy. We head to the bottom of the first here in the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com.
We head to the bottom of the first inning. Edgar Martinez on the mound. Behind the plate, Zade Richardson. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenwood Road, or called 812-475-9000. Dennis Pierce in the leadoff spot. Once again, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. Last night, went 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. An RBI single that tied the game at that point. First pitch. Fastball finds its own for strike 1. Again, Martinez probably more likely in a opener role. The 0-1 pitch looped into right field. Shaney fell down on it, and he brings it in for out number 1.
Batting second.
So for a quick out, it will be up to Graham Brown.
Graham Brown.
Martinez has not made a start this season. He has started in the past. We'll see if maybe they want to use him as a starter here. They haven't used him like that yet this year, though. Here's the first pitch to Brown. Fastball finds the zone for strike 1. Both the pitch starters so far attacking the zone early. Here's the 0-1. That one misses inside, backed him up a little bit, make it 1-1. Martinez was initially a signee out of the Dominican Republic by the Marlins in 2016 as an 18-year-old. The 1-1 pitch, changeup, got Brown swinging, make it 1-2. Spent 4 seasons within their organization, making it as high as low A ball before joining Florence back in 21. He has been between them and Trin of the... That pitch misses outside, make it 2-2. Did not go. Trin of the Nicaraguan Winter League. Spent a couple of seasons with them during that Winter League. Otherwise, it spent 5 years with Florence. Here's the 2-2. Fastball inside, count runs full. Again, it was initially listed as Sean Gamelin to make the start. Don't know if it was a late switch or just a switch in general. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line to left. That one's going to get down, but just foul. And the count will stay full. So Brown able to get good wood on that one before just pulled it a little bit too far down the third base line. Here's the next 3-2 pitch from Martinez. Rip to left, that one's hooking, that one's gonna get foul as well. So back-to-back well-hit balls off the bat of Graham Brown, but both of them have gone just foul as he's out in front of the changeup. Pulled the fastball last time. Here's the next payoff pitch to Brown. In the dirt, ball 4. A Deerhead side walk cafe and bar. We have the first base runner of tonight's ball game. It'll be Graham Brown with one out and JT Benson due up.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, JT Benson.
Benson will step in on a tear currently. 2 home run game back in the opener, where he reached 4 out of 5 times. 5 RBI performance. Last night didn't get a hit, but reached twice, once on a hit by pitch. He'll face Martinez now from the stretch. First one to him, misses high for ball 1. Martinez sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch on a line towards short. Backhanded by Nieves. Throw to second in time for 1. Throw to first is in time for a double play. That one was rocketed off the bat of JT Benson, and with his speed, it has to be to get into a double play. And that ends the first for the Otters. Braden Scott back out for the second after striking out the first 3 batters of the game after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the second inning. Braden Scott, after striking out the first 3 batters he saw, will go back out there for the second. Man, he has just attacked them really quickly. And he will do that here. He'll face Hank Zeisler to start off this inning. Zeisler this week hasn't really hit the ball all that well. He has to earn some walks, though. Last night went 0 for 4 with a walk, earned a couple walks back in the first game. Zeisler steps in, the team leader for Florence in home runs at 21. He's 4th in the Frontier League this year. Just has 1 against Evansville this season, though. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball finds his own outside corner for strike 1. Saw Canny earlier in the week in the opener strike out 7 straight batters. Scott did that earlier in the season. It's off to a good start here. The 0-1. Takes that fastball just a bit low, evens it up at 1-1. Feels like Scott just has a little bit more juice here at Bossy Field. He feeds off the crowd that obviously loves him. 1-1, fouled off back. Make it 1-2 to the power hitting first baseman. Scott, short wind and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken high. No chase there. Make it 2-2. Mentioned it's college night. Scott on the mound, a former Indiana Hoosier. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaker checked his swing on a pitch that stayed too high. Count runs full. Second full count on the game for him. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Checked his swing. He fouled it off. Said it hit him, but he swung. Hold on. It's a foul ball because he swung. If it hit him, he's out. And third base umpire is going to say he's out. So he is out. That's a strikeout. German American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott. He has 4 in a row. Zeisler coming quick to the home plate umpire. It doesn't matter. He swung the bat. So if he fouled it off, he stays alive. But if it's off his arm, he's out. And here comes Chad Rhodes. I mean, the only argument you can make is that it hit the bat and you're still up. And that, again, is a fair argument. It's tough to tell. But there's no argument for him to be down at first at the very least. Zeisler's still up there as if it hit the bat. But again, he was swinging. So again, either hit the bat or hit the arm. Now the umpires are going to have a conversation, try to figure this out. Again, the only question is he still up there or is he struck out? That is the question so far. So the 3 umpires tonight, Blake McKnight behind the plate, Gary Glover at first, and Dalton James at third, are now together discussing the call. And they're going to say he's out. He did swing it and it hit him. So it is still a German American make strikeout. Zeisler is upset. Rhodes having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Here comes the third base umpire, Dalton James, to keep Zeisler out of it. Obviously, you don't want to throw a batter out early. He's just having an argument. Again, I don't think he's trying to do anything disrespectful. So now it's Dalton James having a conversation with Hank Zeisler, and it's Blake McKnight having a conversation with Chad Rhodes, both separately. By the way, I want to point out, that's good umpire work there from Dalton James down at third, making sure they can't gang up on your home plate umpire. But again, the call has been made, and at this point, I don't think they're going to change it. Now Chad Rhodes, and they just threw Chad Rhodes out in the first inning. On the 4th strikeout of the game, the manager for Florence is already out of the 2nd inning. The 3rd-year manager for Florence. They're in their final road game. Now Zeisler is having a big conversation, and you really don't want him out of the game, and now he is going to walk back to the dugout. So after all that, 1 out in the top of the 2nd. That will bring up Anthony Brocato, DHing in tonight's ball game. He's really been the big hitter for Florence this series. If you're watching home team, you see the ejection there. Chad Rhodes kind of just kept upping it, and eventually he got thrown out. Now here's the first pitch to Brocato. Fastball misses high for ball 1. Justin Felix behind the plate. He's caught Braden Scott a ton during his career with Evansville. He's been here since 2021 as Felix. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one finds his own at the knees, make it 1-1. So 4 strikeouts already for Braden Scott. Chance to reach top 5 mark in Frontier League history in single season strikeouts with a good performance tonight. The 1-1 pitch out in front of it is Brocato, make it 1-2. Felix behind the plate, went to Arkansas State. Played in 2017 and 2019. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball taken high. Blew it at 90 miles per hour. Didn't get the chase though, make it 2-2. Saw this team on Tuesday struggle with Canny's fastball up in the zone. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Taken just low. Count runs full. So his 3rd straight full count. He's faced 4 batters. He struck out 4 batters. He hasn't walked anybody in his last 2 starts at Bosse Field. Now here's the payoff pitch. Taken just outside, ball 4. And there it is, the first base run of the game for Florence on a walk. Tried to get the backdoor breaker, but couldn't quite break it enough. And that'll be Jackson Hauge, first Florence batter to hit with a runner on base tonight. Hauge did not appear in game 1, and last night's game went 1 for 3. He singled his last time up in that 8th inning. It was an RBI single that extended the lead to 2 at that point. Scott sets, delivers the first pitch to Hauge. Fastball misses just wide for ball 1. Scott, a guy who, you see, just every once in a while has an inning where he struggles a little bit more with his command than typical. Scott looks over at first base. A couple of glances, now delivers the 1-0 pitch. Popped up overhead, an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-1. Scott sets, delivers the 1-1 pitch, lined out to left, hooking. It's going to go foul, and the count is 1-2. Got out in front of that pitch. Hit the ball well, but hit it foul. Fans continue to fill into Bosse Field. Again, the final home game for Evansville in 2025. And so far, they've been watching a treat of a performance from Braden Scott in these first inning and a third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 5 already. Another German-American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott. He is dealing right now. And with 2 away, it is Zade Richardson. Scott goes to the stretch, 2 away, runner at first base. Here's the first pitch to Richardson. Fastball taken just high for ball 1. Not a bad pitch, but a better take. Scott comes set, looking over at first base, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Front door breaker, finds the zone, evens it up at 1-1. That one on the ground towards second. Cruz dives for it, gets past the glove into right field. Brocato will take a turn but stay at second base, and now they're runners at first and second with 2 away. That one just snuck by J.J. Cruz.
18, Hector Nieves.
And now it'll be Hector Nieves with 2 away, the lefty hitting shortstop. Nieves making his 70th appearance for Florence this season. Fresh out of the Astros minor league organization. Played there in 24. Scott sets, agrees, looks at second base. Delivers the first pitch to Nieves. Fastball finds the zone for strike 1. Nieves this year, a 197 batting average, a 301 OBP, but he does have 7 home runs, 11 doubles, and a triple. Scott now disagrees a couple times, and Justin Felix coming out to talk with him. Just getting a little clarification. Nieves appeared back in game 1 of the series, went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Struck out twice in that game. It's been a rough couple of weeks for him. Just 4 hits in his last 10 games. Does have a couple of doubles in that time, however. Scott on the mound comes set with an 0-1 count to Nieves. Looks back at second. Now delivers the 0-1 pitch. Fouled, no, it's swung on and missed off the glove of Felix. You don't see that often. I thought it fouled it off. But both runners advance on the pass ball, and it's 1-2. Felix, who's been such a good defensive catcher for so long, just a mistake there. Now there are 2 runners in scoring position here in the second. Scott a strike away from getting out of the inning, but Florence has been able to put a couple of runners in scoring position. Disagrees a couple of times, disagrees with Felix. Now comes set. And delivers the 0-2 pitch. Slider misses outside. Just pulled that one, make it 1-2. Nieves hitting from the left side, just one of 3 lefties in the lineup tonight. Shaney Felton Zeisler in the lineup as always. Counts 1-2. Here is the pitch. Check swing, doesn't matter, it's in the zone for strike 3. 6 German-American Bank strikeouts for Braden Scott through 2. And now the Otters going to come to bat, try to give him a lead here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
The Otters head to the plate here in the second. Braden Scott has set down 6 batters via the strikeout, strained to 2 runners in that last inning. And now Evansville going to try to come to the plate and get him some run support. It'll be L.J. Jones, Keenan Taylor, and Steven Paolini due up to face Martinez. Again, maybe in a spot where he finally makes his first start of the season.
Lead off batting for it, the first baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones.
Martinez, during his first 4 years with Florence, started all but 6 of his games that he appeared in. Faces L.J. Jones. Here's the first pitch to him. Changeup, called strike in these, 4 strike 1. Martinez out there trying to match what Braden Scott has done already. The 0-1 breaker, that one misses way outside, make it 1-1. Jones, the former 5th-round pick by the St. Louis Cardinals, was the Fran Riordan Citizenship Player of the Year award. That one inside, almost hit him, but he gets out of the way in time, make it 2-1. Jones spent 3 years with the Long Beach State 49ers. Takes that pitch low, make it 3-1. Love to get on base in front of the sluggers of Keenan Taylor and Steven Paolini. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Called ball 4 down below the knee. Second Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar of the game for Edgar Martinez. And it'll be Keenan Taylor to follow. Taylor, the former Boilermaker, played his final 2 seasons of college ball with Purdue in 23 and 24, making his 89th appearance of the season. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one directly back, make it 0-1. The Otters did have a sellout earlier this year, back on the July 3rd game. With the team playing such good ball, not a surprise they're getting a ton of fans here for the final game of the season. 0-1 lined out to right, sending Reeves back. Still going back to the track, brings it in on a back pedal for out number 1. Hit well, but right to Reeves, unfortunately.
96, the left fielder, number 34, Steven Paolini.
Now with 1 away, it's Steven Paolini. Paolini still searching for his first hit this series. 0 for 6. Does have a couple of walks. First pitch misses low for ball. Nope, called strike one. Threw me off. A little bit of a slow call from Blake McKnight. And a fastball that was down around the knees, maybe a little bit low. The 0-1, that one does miss inside and low. Make it 1-1. Been going through the colleges. Stephen Paolini did not attend college. He was drafted at a high school by the Atlanta Braves, 5th inning of the 2019 draft. First time outside of that organization, he fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-2.
Choose the best, never regret it.
One away here in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams without a run. Evansville still looking for their first hit. 1-2 line to right. Well struck, but that one is hooked foul, and the count stays 1-2. The Otters do have a couple of walks. Hit the ball hard a few times. Graham Brown a couple of times in his at-bat launched the ball, ended up earning a walk. Saw Paolini give a good swing on that one. Taylor gave a good swing in his at-bat, so hopefully you can keep up these good at-bats and put something together. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on another pitch below the zone. Gets rung up on a tough strike 3 call, and there's 2 away. And now it's J.J. Cruz. Final hope for the Otters here in the second. Jones led off the inning with a walk. He's still at first base. Here's the first pitch to him. Big swing, but out in front of the changeup. He's behind 0-1. Loud train going by for the man at the plate, former Hope International Royal. Spent 2 seasons over there. 0-1 pitch. That one at the knees for strike 2. That one does find the bottom corner. Now Cruz has to fight from behind 0-2. Cruz spent his first 3 seasons with Cal State Fullerton before transferring to Hope International, where he excelled in his senior season, a .426 batting average, 17 home runs, 24 doubles. 0-2 pitch. That one misses low and tight. Make it 1-2. Martinez sets, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Breaker stays just a bit high. Tough take. The count evens up at 2-2. Otters trying to jump out in front. They got an early 1-0 lead last night. Fortunately, they didn't add to it. Talked about that in that second inning. Had a chance to add some more runs, but couldn't. 2-2 breaker fouled off, stays alive. I think that went off his foot, but it rolls foul either way. He was running out just in case. Count still 2-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Man, 2s are wild. I don't say that often. Only thing to make it more wild would be a 2-2 score. Cruz taking his time, stepping back into the left-handed batter's box. Martinez sets and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Line to left, that one's going to hook out of play, and the count will stay at 2-2. What a good battle. Again, we've seen a lot of really good battles so far for the Otters offense. Exactly what you want to see. Should have worked some of these counts. Here's the next 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Can't catch the changeup, and the Otters are out of the second.
Friendly reminder with the large crowd, we ask that you do not
Knotted up at 0 as we head to the third here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the top of the third inning. Braden Scott back out there. He has struck out 6 batters. He's faced 8, a walk and a single. A passed ball allowed runners to reach second and third base, but struck out the final batter he faced. And now he will face no hitter Dalen Thompson for getting back to the top of the lineup. Final home game of 2025 here at Boss C Field. Just 3 games remain after this one, all in Gateway to finish off the season. Gateway in the middle of a division push. Here's the first pitch to Thompson. Swings, fouls, tips it back into the glove. He starts behind 0-1. Gateway currently enters tonight 3 games back at Schaumburg. A loss from them, or a win from Schaumburg, as that pitch finds the zone, make it 0-2. Sorry, a loss from them and a win from Schaumburg would lock up the division for Schaumburg. It shows that Gateway's playing 2 games tonight, so a chance to actually add half a game, I believe. I'll make sure that. The 0-2 pitch misses high. Make it 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 7 German American Bank strikeouts already. And there's 1 away. What a performance he is putting on already here in the home finale. And he's back to the top of the lineup. Tyler Schoenfeld struck out his first time. First pitch to him. Finds the zone at the knees. 4 strike 1. Schoenfeld does such a good job getting on base. He's been held mostly in check this series against Evansville. 0-1, squares on the bunt, puts it down hard towards third. Taylor on the run, throw to first in time. There's 2 away. A great charging play from Keenan Taylor. And obviously it's a bunt, but man, that is basically taking a hit away from a guy like Schoenfeld.
Third baseman, 5.
2 away, it's Michael Ballard. We'll say that ends the dream of 27 strikeouts for Braden Scott, but still a big out for him. Here's the first pitch to Ballard. Doesn't go, doesn't matter. It's in the zone, 4 strike 1. Ballard in his rookie season waits the 0-1 pitch, fouled off. He's behind 0-2. Scott, the wind and the pitch, the 0-2. Up and in, almost got Ballard, but he gets out of the way of it. So overthrew the fastball there, make it 1-2. Scott entering this ball game with 143 strikeouts. Already 7. He's at 150 already. Just 2 short of 5th place in single-season strikeouts. Ryan Bird at 152. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 8 German American Bank strikeouts through 3 innings for Braden Scott. What a performance as we head to the bottom of the third here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Justin Felix to lead it off. And you'd love to see them try to add some insurance for Braden Scott, who has already delivered a gem. He already has 8 strikeouts through just 3 innings. First pitch to Felix, misses low for ball 1. What a game for Justin Felix, his last time out. 2 home runs, including a grand slam, 5 RBIs in the finale against Windy City. The 1-0 pitch, that one misses, make it 2-0. So Felix taking a good at bat here, forcing Martinez to come to him. 2-0 pitch, that one misses, make it 3-0. Hasn't missed by much on these pitches. .3-0 pitch, that one does find the zone just. Make it 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on a line, but foul, and the count runs full as Martinez has worked himself back into this count. Again, Braden Scott, his last 4 home games, has just been impossible to hit. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground, foul, count stays full. It's now 2 runs given up in his last 32 innings. Here's the next payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Went after the changeup. Couldn't quite make contact, and there's 1 away. Again, if you're Evansville, you need to put up some runs for your pitcher because he has just looked so good. It's not the way you want to start it. Now it's Crix Taveras. Last night, a good game for him. A couple of sack bunts and a double. Went 1 for 2 on the game. Just did his job. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes that one at the knees, 4-1. Martinez winds and delivers the 0-1 delivery. A breaker and a beaut. Found the middle of the zone, make it 0-2. Taveras calls time. He's back in the box. Martinez Agrees, winds, and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fastball taken outside. Great take on that one. Make it 1-2. Here's the next 1-2 delivery, a breaker. Didn't quite break enough, stays outside, make it 2-2. So once again, see another Otters batter taking good at bat, and that's what you love to see. Two fouled off. Tavares staying alive. This is a guy at the bottom of the lineup that you love to see him do this. Again, 12 hits on the season, 6 of them have been doubles. He has been excellent at the plate. It's slugging. He's been a great defensive player. The 2-2 able to foul that one off and stay alive. Just throws his bat out there. And again, in a bat like this, even if you don't manage to reach, it's still a very impressive at bat. You went down 0-2, you've battled. Forcing that pitch count up on the pitcher. Here's the next 2-2 delivery. Fouled off, just staying alive is Tavares. Continuing to battle. Again, big games going on in the Frontier League. Washington up 1-0 early against Joliet, while Schaumburg up 2-0 against Windy City. Lake Erie currently up 8-1 on Down East, trying to maintain that slim one-game lead over Washington. Next pitch misses high and wide. Count runs full. 2 to Tavares. He's going to force a 9th pitch in this at-bat. Three-two pitch on the ground towards first. He brought in by Zeisler. He'll take it himself in time for out number 2.
Edward Jones. Leadoff batter, designated hitter, number 10, Dennis Pierce.
Edward Jones, leadoff batter of the game. Dennis Pierce will step in with 2 away. He popped out his first time up. Just got jammed on an inside and tight pit or high and tight pitch. First pitch, chop foul. Count 0-1. Oh, 1 breaker. Misses high. What a take. Make it 1-1. It's a tough one to take. It did finish on top of the zone, but it's a very close pitch. 1-1 fastball. That one's chopped foul, and the count's 1-2. Final out here in the 3rd inning for Evansville. You would love to try to extend this inning, maybe get a 2-out rally going. 1-2 pitch breaker. Great take from Pierce. Make it 2-2. Martinez on the mound agrees, winds, and delivers the 2-2 on the ground towards third, but foul. Count stays alive. Pierce was all over the map when it came to college baseball within the NCAA ranks. Played in 2021 with Westchester, the Golden Rams. Played 24 with Valdosta State and the Blazers. That breaker stays high, count runs full. Another tough take. But a great take from Pierce. Count is full. And then finished up his 2025 season this spring with East Stroudsburg. And now here at the Otters is their leadoff hitter. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on deep to left, brings Hauge back at the track, at the wall. He leaps. It's gone. Solo shot, Dennis Pierce. He jumps Evansville out in front. And the crowd gives him a rightful ovation. As he sends that one out just over the left field wall, and there's 1 away, or 2 away, 1-0 lead for Graham Brown. First pitch swinging up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Cut off by Thompson in center. Back-to-back hits for the Otters. Starting to figure out Martinez second time through the lineup.
The right fielder, number 9, JT Benson.
Now it's JT Benson to follow both of those actions. Again, with the way Scott's pitching on the other side, it feels like one run might be all you need. And there comes the pitching coach out. And again, with no manager, we'll see if this is a change or warming up. I think pitcher out on the mound just started getting, or pitcher out in the bullpen just started getting warmed up. So they're just going to have a conversation. Again, Evansville, an early lead. Scott has been excellent on the mound. And now everyone back to their spots as JT Benson steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Chance to add to this 1-0 lead that was given by Dennis Pierce. First pitch to Benson. Just finds the knees, 4-1. That Pierce home run was the first hit of the game. Graham Brown followed that with a hit of his own. And again, that was back-to-back pitches, so I wonder if this team's starting to figure out his movement, his rotation here. Here's the 0-1. On the ground towards third. Ballard plays it. He goes to first base. In the dirt, snagged by Zeisler in time for out number 3, but the Otters get on the board with a solo shot from Dennis Pierce. We're through 3. Otters lead 1-0 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Through 3, Evansville has a lead. Scott working with his first lead. He's already struck out 8 through 3. First pitch to Reeves, checked his swing. He did not go to the first base umpire. He'll start behind 1-0. That one just missed inside. A little insight to how dominant Braden Scott has been home over his last 5 starts, including tonight. As a check swing, didn't mean to go, but he did. Count 1-1. Including tonight, over his last 5 home games, a .56 ERA, nearly a 15 strikeout per 9 rate. And he has lived up to that tonight. 1-1 breaker, finds the back door, make it 1-2 to TJ Reeves. He struck out swinging his first time up. Again, Scott has used 8 strikeouts already. He's just 2 shy of putting himself into top 5 all-time Frontier League single-season strikeout records. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That's 9. 9 German-American Bank strikeouts for Braden Scott, and we're just through 1 out in the 4th inning. And now it's Hank Zeisler. He struck out swinging his first time up. That was the play back in the 1st inning. They got Chad Rhodes ejected. Didn't mean to go, but he swung and hit him. Here's the first pitch to Zeisler. Breaker, he fouls that one off. Just able to make contact, make it 0-1. Zeisler steps back in, a lefty v lefty matchup, just one of 3 in the lineup tonight for Florence. Scott shakes once, agrees, winds, and delivers the 0-1. Breaker, big swing, but he comes up empty, make it 0-2. Scott, the 27-year-old out of Bloomington, Indiana, played for his hometown team Hoosiers. And he has been a staple among Otters teams since 2021. So good in that 21 season. Got signed before the 22 season. Came back in 2023, and the last 3 years has been excellent on the mound, arguably having his best season of his entire Frontier League career. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaker misses outside. Make it 1-2. Again, spent a couple of seasons within the Blue Jays organization. Never got a start within any of the affiliate ball. 1-2 pitch on a line towards third, but that one's in foul territory. Just can't quite keep it fair. Count remains 1-2. Entered this game with a Frontier League leading 143 strikeouts, already with 9. It's at 151. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Sorry, I can't count. 152. That is 143 plus 9, which ties him with Ryan Bird of Southern Illinois back in 2008. He had 152. A strikeout here, and he would take that spot. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 10, and that does it. He's top 5. What a night for Braden Scott, and he continues to deal.
Designated hitter, 7, Anthony Brocado.
That now puts him into the top 5 with 153 all-time in Frontier League history in a single season. With 2 away, it's Anthony Brocado. First pitch to him. Misses inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaker out in front of it is Brocado. Make it 1-1. Brocado in the 2nd inning, 1 of 2 base runners to reach off of Scott. He earned a full count walk. Eventually made it to third base, but was stranded there. 1-1 pitch outside, misses. Make it 2-1. Scott winds and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, make it 3-1. Brocado working good at bats here. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one finds the zone. Count runs full to Brocado. Again, he's been the big thorn in the side for Evansville, or against Evansville, I should say. 3-2 pitch. That one misses inside, ball 4, his 2nd walk of the game. Brocado continues this inning to Jackson Hauge.
Left fielder, 25, Jackson Hauge.
Scott comes set, now working around a 2-out base runner. Looks over at first base, now delivers the first pitch. Inside, ball 1. Scott looks in, now sets again. That one lifted to right field. Benson in on it, still coming in. And he brings it in for out number 3. Scott does give up a 2-out walk, but gets out of the 4th scoreless. He has already struck out 10 through just 4 innings. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Otters will try to add to their 1-0 lead here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Through 3.5 innings, Otters lead 1-0. They've gotten an excellent start from their starter, Braden Scott. He has struck out 10 of the 12 outs he's recorded. And now the Otters come back to bat here in the 4th after getting their first run of the game on the Dennis Pierce solo shot. It'll be L.J. Jones, Keenan Taylor, and Stephen Paolini. Jones walked his first time. Taylor hit the ball well his first time, and Paolini struck out looking, but on a couple pitches that were below the zone. Here's the first delivery to L.J. Jones. Big swing, but he fouls that one off. Make it 0-1. Martinez winds and delivers the 0-1. That one misses low. Make it 1-1. Just for, I don't know, random knowledge. Most strikeouts in a single game for Evansville, 16. Big swing, comes up empty, make it 1-2. By a single pitcher, that is. Jones steps out of the batter's circle, now steps back in. Count 1-2 to him. Here is the 1-2 pitch. On the ground towards third. It's going to go just foul. Past the glove of Ballard, but it doesn't matter. Again, Gateway needs to... Doubleheader, it makes it a little bit more difficult. At least it says it's a doubleheader. I don't know if Point Streak's messed up. 1-2 pitch. That one hit well out to the left. Hauge has to go out on it. He leaps for it and brings it in for out number 1. Well struck, but just couldn't get it over his head. With one away, it's Keenan Taylor.
Third baseman, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
Taylor flew up to right field his first time up, hit the ball well. First pitch breaker. Doesn't quite get down enough, make it 1-0. Ottawa and New York now tied at 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Again, a huge game over there for the Atlantic Conference wildcard game. That one finds his own inside corner, make it 1-1. One pitch, that one low in the dirt. Good take from Taylor, make it 2-1. Mentioned a ton of sports going on. Obviously, you have baseball here in the Frontier League, MLB. But college football up and underway. 2-1 pitch hit hard but foul, make it 2-2 for fellow Big Ten followers. Ohio playing Rutgers. They're tied at 31 going into the fourth inning over there. Boise State ranked 25 coming in. They're losing to South Florida 31-7. 2-2 pitch. That one floated up to center field. Coming in on his Thompson, out on his Shaneyfeld. It's going to drop in between all of them, and a one-out single for Keenan Taylor. Bring up Paolini with a runner at first base.
Batting six, the left fielder, number 34, Stephen Paolini.
Paolini struck out looking his first time up, but again, a couple of pitches that were below the zone should have been called balls. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes that one outside corner, 4-1. Another pitch that was a bit out of the zone. Here's the 0-1. Line to left. That's going to send Hauge over towards the line, but it's going to hook out a play, and the count's 0-2. So count is 0-2 to Paolini. Taylor leading off first base. Otters leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. That one on a line towards third. Brought in by Ballard. Taylor went over to second, and he's going to get doubled up over at first. Not a good read from Keenan Taylor. And the line out gets a couple out. We head to the fifth. Otters lead by 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Time for the Buffalo Wild Wings fifth inning. Remember, guys, bottomless apps are now here. Dine and only visit either Evansville location, 545 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green Road for details. 7-8-9 due up against Braden Scott here. Already 10 strikeouts. He's put himself into the top 5 in single season strikeout records. He's just 4 short of putting him into 4th, 5 short of putting him into 5th. First pitch to Richardson, that one's fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 0-1. Braden Scott came out and he shows violence early. He has dominated Florence. The 0-1 pitch, backdoor breaker, didn't quite break enough. Not a bad pitch. Make it 1-1. Winds and delivers. The 1-1 delivery to Richardson. Fouled off, make it 1-2. Otters slim 1-0 lead off the Dennis Pierce solo shot. Other than that, both pitching has been really good. Evansville's taking some good at-bats, but just 3 hits. And the solo shot, the only damage done. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up the middle, snagged by Scott. Hey, look what I found over to first in time. There's one away. Not a strikeout, but it's a fantastic defensive play. Just threw his glove down at it.
Shortstop, 18, Hector Nieves.
Was towards his right side where his glove stands. Makes the soft toss to first in time. There's one away. Now he faces the left-handed hitting Hector Nieves, who struck out swinging his first time up. Scott winds and delivers the first pitch. A breaker that misses outside for ball one. Through 4 1/3 so far for Scott. 60 pitches. Here's the 1-0. Big swing, but he comes up empty, make it 1-1. I can't count. 70 pitches. It's twice now tonight. I just have not been able to count. And it's an exciting night. Home finale. Braden Scott on the mound. Braden Scott, so far, his best performance of the year. 1-1. Fastball taken just high. Not a bad pitch either. But zone so far for Blake McKnight, to anyone not named Stephen Paolini, has been really small. Here's the 2-1. Big swing, but he comes up empty. Counts now at 2-2. One away here in the top of the fifth. Braden Scott trying to stay dealing against this Florence team. Won last night 4-2 in a low-scoring game. It was a 10-5 win for Evansville back in the series opener. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped up left side. But that one's going to get up and overhead, and the count stays at 2-2.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Hooray! Choose the best. Never regret it.
Thinking about this Florence team, talked about it last night. That one-run lead is very scary because they can very quickly give themselves the lead. Here's the next 2-2 pitch, fouled off. Nieves continues to just stay alive, doing what he needs to do. Some other scores. Missouri out in front 19-0 of Central Arkansas. That one is fouled up and overhead. Nieves staying alive.
That overhead foul ball.
He struck out swinging his first time up, trying not to do the same here.
That's construction. Choose the best and never regret it.
Elon and Duke are tied at 10. That was late second quarter. That one's a close one. Could be an upset. Here's the next 2-2 delivery. Chop towards third and foul. Big at bat from Nieves. He's forcing Scott to work on the mound. Count still 2-2. Scott looks in, winds, and delivers the 8th pitch of the at bat. Taken just outside. Count runs full. It's given a little bit on that edge sometimes, but not to Scott there. Now the count's full. Nieves winds and delivers the payoff pitch. Taken, strike 3 down the middle. 11 German-American Bank strikeouts for Braden Scott, and there's 2 away here in the 5th.
Center fielder 10, Dalen Thompson.
Now it's Dalen Thompson. First pitch swinging, popped up into foul territory. LJ Jones over towards it, trying to find it, camping under it, and bringing it in for out number 3. So another strikeout for Braden Scott. He is through 5 scoreless with 11 Ks. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Otters trying to add to their 1-0 lead here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Florence called to the bullpen. Sean Gamlin enters. Gamlin on the mound behind the plate. Zade Richardson. The pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenville Road, or call 812-475-9000. Gamlin, traditional starter, entering out of a relief role here. He started all 19 games he's appeared in. They went with Edgar Martinez in more of an opener role and sets up Gamlin. Gamlin on the season, a 6.63 ERA and 19 starts. He's pitched 93 and 2/3 innings, 79 strikeouts to just 27 walks, pitching to contact. And now the Otters will come to bat here in the fifth, trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Scott has given them 5 scoreless. He's been excellent on the other end. Now you'd love to see Evansville try to add to their lead. Here against Gamlin. First pitch 2, misses low, 4-1. Gamlin this season has made, I believe, a couple of starts against, actually 3 starts against Evansville. They've hit him well all 3 times, but his last time gave up 2 runs, just one of them earned on 10 hits. 1-0 backdoor breaker. That one finds the zone. Wasn't a strike last inning, but it is now. Make it 1-1. Gamlin looking in, comes set. Delivers the 1-1 to Cruz. Fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-2. Gamlin looks in and sets. He's pitching from the stretch. Even with no one on, here's the 1-2 pitch. On the ground towards third. Ballard plays it. Throw to first is in time. There's one away. So with one out, it's Justin Felix. Evansville's reached base at least once every inning, but twice they've had double plays. One was on the ground, the other one was run into after Taylor jumped off first base on the lineout. First pitch to Felix finds his own for strike 1 at the knees. He'll start out in front, or start behind 0-1 will Felix. Again, Evansville, you would love to see them add to this lead. Here's the 0-1 lined up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Justin Felix, after his 2-home-run game, gets a single in his second at-bat. And with one away, it's Crix Tavares, as the bottom of the lineup is going to try to set the top of the lineup.
The shortstop, number 18, Crix Tavares.
Tavares, his last time out, grounded out to third after a great at-bat. The starter for Florence tonight went 4 innings. 3 hits, including that solo shot. First pitch to Tavares, big swing at the fastball, but comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1. Gamlin entering in at 92 miles per hour on that pitch. Comes set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Takes that one low, gets by. Felix going to try to take second. throw, no throw down. Felix is into second base. Great base running from the Otters catcher.
Courtesy of Epic Insurance Midwest, the proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball.
Count is 1-1 to Crix Tavares after that ball gets away. Now he's batting with the runner in scoring position. Nieves over at short, playing a little bit behind Felix. Now backs off towards his normal spot. 1-1 swing at the fastball. Another pitch he can't catch up to, make it 1-2. Tavares now a 1-2 count. Runner at second base. Otters lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. One away. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Tavares. Swung on and missed. Got him on the fastball, and there's 2 away. Just blew the fastball by him 3 times. And that will bring up Dennis Pierce as Richardson's going to come out and talk to his pitcher, gambling a little bit after Pierce's solo shot. Right now, the difference in this game. The Otters got their 1-0 lead on that home run out to left. Mississippi quickly up 2-0 over Gateway. Again, if Schaumburg's winning 2-0 over Windy City, so things going right for Schaumburg so far. Here's the first pitch to Pierce. That one's popped up right side. First baseman over towards it. Zeisler in foul territory, but it's going to land foul. And it will just be a strike number 1 to Pierce. Schaumburg going to win, and Gateway loses. I think they're only playing 1 game. I could be wrong. Assuming they're only playing 1 game, I think point streak's just messed up. If Gateway loses and Schaumburg wins, Schaumburg will clinch the division. Gamelin sets and delivers the 0-1 to Pierce. Takes that one low and outside for 1-1. Pierce hit his 14th home run earlier. Gave Evansville a 1-0 lead. He leads the team in home runs. Came on a full count pitch from the starter Edgar Martinez. Felix leading off second base. Gamblin sets, looks back at second. Delivers the 1-1. Hit deep to left. Back on it is Hauge at the wall. That one is gone. Pierce does it again. Dennis Pierce's second home run of the game extends the Otters lead to 3. And that one was a no-doubter. 104 off the bat, 35-degree exit angle.
Number 24, Graham Brown.
And now it's Graham Brown to follow that action. So far, all 3 RBIs for Dennis Pierce. Now it's Graham Brown. First pitch to him misses low and away for ball 1. Gamblin sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, doesn't matter, it's in the zone, make it 1-1. So make it 15 home runs for Pierce on the season. Again, he has only played about just under 60 games for Evansville this year. 1-1. That one finds the back corner, make it 1-2. Brown not happy with it, but he's up to battle from behind 1-2. Pierce actually just under 60 at game 59. How about that? One-two pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Graham Brown goes down swinging for the first time tonight, but the Otters add 2 more in the bottom of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Remember, bottomless apps are now here. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Greenwood Road for details. It's dine-in only. As I mentioned, do it for the 5th inning. Braden Scott back out there for the 6th after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
We head to the 6th inning here at Bosse Field. Evansville leading 3-0 on a couple of home runs from Dennis Pierce.
Thanks, Josh. This has been the Buffalo Wild
He has been the offense for Evansville, and, well, Braden Scott's been the pitching. 11 strikeouts through 5 innings. Had 10 in the first 4. Got 1 in that 5th inning. Now he enters the 6th. 154 strikeouts on the season, the most in the Frontier League. He's going to face the top of the lineup, Shaney, Felt, Ballard, and Reeves, who he has had a lot of success against tonight. Again, 3rd time through the lineup, maybe they start to figure him out, but what Scott does really well is that he mixes up his pitches so well, it can be different from at-bat to at-bat. Shaney Felt's last time up, tried to put down a bunt, but a great play from Keenan Taylor took a hit away. First pitch fastball finds the zone, and Scott is right back in it at 0-1. Evansville now has 3 multi-home run games from a player in the last 7 days. Front door breaker didn't quite break enough to Shaney Felt there, make it 1-1. Pierce and Scott putting on a crowd in front of this large Otters faithful. 1-1, foul tips back into the glove, make it 1-2. Now Scott willing to go well over 100 pitches. At the same time, he's been pretty efficient tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch, taken just outside. Maybe not, but it's called ball 2. Umpire Blake McKnight hearing it from the Vocal Otters crowd. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That fastball is taken high, count runs full. Shaneyfeld did a little hop in the left-handed batter's box. Felix will ask for a new baseball as Shaneyfeld has worked the count full. Again, another guy you don't want to get on base. Scott does have a little bit more of a cushion now to work with. Winds and delivers the 3-2 pitch. Taken high, ball 4. Should have had strike 3 earlier in the at-bat, but wasn't given it by home plate umpire Blake McKnight. Instead, it ends up being a walk. And now Michael Ballard will step in. He's struck out twice. Shaneyfeld, excellent on the base paths. We'll see how Scott is able to try to hold him on over there. Scott comes set. Looking over at first base. Throw over. Quick throw over, but nothing doing. Scott set, looking over at first base still, delivers the first pitch to Ballard. He pops that one up right side. Benson out, now in a little bit, and he brings it in for out number 1. Less strikeouts for him in the last couple of innings, but getting outs pretty efficiently. And with 1 away, it's up to TJ Reeves. Reeves tonight has struck out twice as well, 2 through 4. 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts. Scott takes a deep breath, now comes set, staring over at Schoenfeld over at first. Schoenfeld takes off, backdoor breaker, called high, throw down is in time, and he got him on the leg. Justin Felix comes up gunning, gets Schoenfeld, and he's cut down for the second time this week. There's 2 away. A guy who has only been caught now 5 times this year. It's happened twice this week. Once by Wilbanks, now one from Felix. The 1-0 pitch, that one misses outside, make it 2-0. Both those pitches were borderline, but wasn't given either of them. That one was maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between Felix and Scott. Now they're out there to have a chat. Again, final night of the Beersies. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one on the ground towards short. Tavares plays it on the hop. Long throw to first, bang, bang, but it's in time for out number 3. So he doesn't get a strikeout there, but he works a scoreless 6. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. Otters lead by 3 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Otters lead by 3. They've been lifted by a couple of Dennis Pierce home runs and by an excellent outing from Braden Scott. It'll be J.T. Benson, L.J. Jones, and Keenan Taylor to lead it off here against Sean Gamelin. Came in that 5th inning. Gave up a single to Justin Felix, but a couple of outs, but a two-run home run from Dennis Pierce extended the Otters' lead. They're now up 3-0. And again, Braden Scott has pitched 6 scoreless innings. He struck out 11. Struck out 10 through the first 4 innings. Just 1 over the last 2 innings, but both those innings were scoreless as well. Here's the first pitch to Benson. Chop foul towards left side. Make it 0-1. Benson, the former Louisville Cardinal, playing with the Otters here in his 2nd professional season. Played a little bit with Lake Country after his spring 2024 season ended. Gamelin sets, delivers the 0-1 pitch to Benson. That one hit hard towards the left side, but foul as well. Count 0-2. Another hometown kid who played for his hometown college. His senior season had a .302 batting average, 9 home runs, 13 doubles. He's been a stolen base machine. Louisville, he's been that here. 0-2 pitch fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is still 0-2.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Time called as he goes to get some more time power on that bet. In that final season, Louisville stole 34 bags and 40 attempts. So far this year, 23 for 25. And it was this weird middle part of the season where Evansville as a whole wasn't really stealing. Even now, it's really just Paolini and Vincent, and both of them have been excellent. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Can't get the off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate, and there's one away. Next up will be L.J. Jones. Jones tonight 0 for 1.
I'll say it anyway. The first baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones.
Last time up, he flew out to left field, hit the ball well, but just jammed himself a little bit. That was against Martinez, his first at bat against Gamlin here. Time called. Now Blake McKnight is giving a final warning to the Otters dugout. Been some, let's just say, so-so calls Otters might have a problem with. Again, the manager for Florence already been thrown out of the game. First pitch to Jones, misses high for ball 1. That was all the way back in the second inning. Well, this game has kind of flown by. Feels like such a long time ago. Gamblin sets and delivers the 1-0 pitch to Jones. Fastball up and in. Trying to do a little limbo action to get out of the way, make it 2-0. Gamblin still looking in, trying to find a way to keep this deficit at 3 for his home team. 2-0 pitch. That one does just find the outside corner. Make it 2-1. Again, this vocal home crowd tonight, letting them hear it. That one was a strike. 2-1 pitch to Jones. Big swing, but he can't catch up to the fastball. Make it 2-2. Sun all the way down here at the ballpark tonight. Very cool week of baseball. Final home game before Evansville travels out for their final 3 against Gateway this weekend. Gateway may be playing for a division title still by that point. 2-2 pitch. That one taken outside. A great take from Jones. Count runs full. Just missed outside on that one. Speaking of Gateway and Schaumburg both battling for the West Division. Schaumburg up 3-0. Gateway up 3-2. That one lined towards third. Snagged by the third baseman Ballard to take a hit away, and there's 2 away. Jones rocketed that one off the bat at 92. Looked destined for the left field wall, but instead it's out number 2.
Third baseman, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
We're talking about college night. Talk about the Indiana Hoosiers, Jeff Mercer. Well, how about former Hoosier Kyle Schwarber? A 4-home run game with the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch to Taylor, popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts 0-1. Taylor tonight, 1 for 2. He singled his last time up, but ran into a double play after a line out to third base off the bat of Paolini. Bottom of the 6th inning, Otters lead 3-0. Florence with just 1 hit. 0-1, that one's another foul ball back, make it 0-2. Braden Scott, for what may be his best performance of the season, is coming a good time, getting home finale. It's going to be his last start of the season for Evansville. Now Gamblin has Taylor at 0-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Taken low. Tried to get him on the changeup, but couldn't quite do it. Make it 1-2. Elsewhere around the Frontier League, Washington still with a slim 1-0 lead, trying to stay in line with Lake Erie, who are currently up 8-2 in the top of the 8th. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, pulled the string on him. And the Otters go 1, 2, 3 in the sixth. To the final 3 frames we go. Otters still lead by 3 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a Rockin' Extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Through 6 here at Bosse Field, Otters lead 3-0. Off the back of a couple of home runs from Dennis Pierce and an excellent outing from Braden Scott. Through 6 shutout innings, he's struck out 11 batters. He's given up just 1 hit. 3 walks on the night as well, but look back at a couple of those and some close pitches that just didn't go his way. All 3 of those walks came with a 3-2 count, by the way, so he hasn't really just lost control altogether. It's just a couple of good at-bats from these Florence hitters. Again, Florence coming into the series, 6th best team in the Frontier League when it comes to scoring runs. And for the most part, Evansville's held them in check.
13,
They've held them below their runs per game average at 6.16 in all 3 games. They won 10-5 in the first game. Did lose 4-2 in that second game. Of course, 2 of those runs were unearned. And tonight, currently through 6 innings of shutout ball for Braden Scott, who has just been elite here at Bosse Field in the home stretch of this 2025 season. He'll face Hank Zeisler to begin this inning. Zeisler has struck out both times he's been up to the plate. Anthony Brocato, he's earned 2 of the 3 walks against Braden Scott. And he's due up next. This is the first pitch to Zeisler, a front door breaker that finds the zone for strike 1. Scott out in front of another batter, and he's been electric tonight. Here's the 0-1 windup. That one on the ground towards first. Jones backhands it. Toss to Scott trying to cover first base, and it's in time for out number 1. A little bit of PFP over there at first. Scott covering his own bag, getting his own out for himself.
designated hitter 7, Anthony Brocato.
Going away, it's Anthony Brocato. He's reached both times. Again, the thorn in the side of Evansville, just obviously this entire week, but tonight against Braden Scott. Worked a couple of tough at-bats. Scott with a 3-0 lead, but he'd love to finish this outing scoreless. That one's chop fell off of Brocato's leg, and instantly he is up in pain. Runs all the way over to his own dugout. Scott, so far in this game, with 93 pitches on the night. The one away here in the 7th. They did let him go into the 8th against Windy City. We'll see how quickly this inning goes by. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, blew it by him, make it 0-2. With that Windy City game, he only had a 2-run lead. He's got a 3-run lead here. Hasn't had a ton of help offensively over the last couple of games, but he hasn't needed it. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout number 12 for Braden Scott.
Strikeout. Left fielder.
Now there's 2 away here in the 7th. Jackson Hauge. Hauge 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out. Scott set a career high in strikeouts with 13 in his start against New York. First pitch to Hauge, misses high and wide for ball 1. And back up a little bit, it was his outing against Joliet. And again, what made that outing so impressive is that Joliet just doesn't strike out a lot. But he did not care. The 1-0 pitch, that one finds zone at the knees, make it 1-1. Scott has been so good for so long. 27-year-old in the midst of what might be his best professional season. Winds and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Popped up, out of play. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-2. Two away here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hauge. Fastball taken high. Count 2-2. Trying to get Hauge chasing it. That fastball up and out of the zone. Not quite. Scott agrees, winds, and delivers. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 13 German-American Bank strikeouts for Braden Scott. He's tied a career high. And he is through 7 scoreless. It's time to stretch here at the ballpark. And one night to do it, the final night here at Bosse Field, to give you Zane Clodfelter here on the Otters Digital Network.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, and we'll root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Nicely done.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Otters come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sean Gamlin still out there. Outside of a 2-run shot, he's looked good. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters, Stephen Paolini, J.J. Cruz, and Justin Felix.
Left fielder, number 32.
Tonight, Paolini is 0 for 2, so is J.J. Cruz. Felix does have a hit against Gamlin. He scored on the Dennis Pierce 2-run home run. Here's the first pitch to Paolini, swinging. He flies that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Count is now 0-1. Fun night in the finale, a thirsty Thursday, the final night for the Beersies. The 0-1 pitch, taken for strike 2. That one just found the outside corner, count 0-2. Beersies were the spark of the excellent August. Started wearing them, started winning, never took them off. 0-2 pitch, taken just out. No, called strike 3. Second time he's been called on a strike outside the zone. And there's one away. So with one out, it's J.J. Cruz here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Otters trying to complete the series victory over Florence. It would tie them up at 6-6 in the season series. First pitch to Cruz, misses outside for ball 1. New York now takes a 6-4 lead over Ottawa. Again, that would set up a really fun final 3 games for those two teams. 1-0 pitch fouled back, evens it up at 1-1. Gamelin comes set. Delivers the 1-1 pitch to Cruz. Up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit. A 1-out single for J.J. Cruz. That'll be Justin Felix. Felix tonight 1 for 2. He's had a good couple of games. Let's try to stay hot here in an at-bat against Gamelin. Second time he's faced him tonight. Gamelin sets. Here's the first pitch to Felix. Taken low and inside for ball 1. Felix off a 2-home-run game in the series finale against Windy City. Game included a grand slam. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Back catching Braden Scott. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big swing, but he can't catch up to the fastball and evens it up at 1-1. Again, a big slate of college football tonight. It's officially week 1 on this Thursday night. You got Nebraska and Cincinnati at Arrowhead. Sure, that's a fun game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Big swing, fly ball, foul territory. Out of play, count 1-2.
Choose the best.
Duke and Elon still close. Duke just took a 17-10 lead. They're in the 3rd inning. That would be a fun upset. We already saw USF take down Boise State by a good amount. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Broken bat towards first. Off the glove of Zeisler, but it's foul, so Felix gonna have to get a new bat, and we're gonna reset the count still at 1-2. Just couldn't keep that one fair, and Zeisler did boot it, but still probably would have gotten it out at least at first, if not at second. Rutgers just escapes Ohio, 34-31. That was a close game. Now Felix will step back in. Count still 1-2 with a new bat. J.J. Cruz over at first base after his 1-out single. Gamelin sets. And delivers the 1-2 pitch. Checked his swing on a pitch that missed low. Make it 2-2. Saw Felix have a really good at-bat in his first time up, but did end up striking out swinging. Second time up. Second pitch he saw, he hit up the middle for a single. He's got the count at 2-2 here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner takes off. That one misses way low. Cruz is in safely. It looks like Gamelin just... It looks like a weird delivery to me. It was way off. Stolen base for J.J. Cruz. Count is full to Justin Felix, and now a runner in scoring position. It's the 7th stolen base of the season for J.J. Cruz in 7 attempts. Here's the payoff pitch to Felix. Taken low, ball 4. So Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar put runners at first and second with 1 out. For the 9-0 hitter, Crix Taveras. Hitting in front of the 2-home run hitter tonight, Dennis Pierce. Still no one warming up in the Otters bullpen. Fully expect Braden Scott out there for the 8th.
Number 18, Crix Taveras.
And if he can pitch a quick 8th inning, maybe he goes out there for the 9th as well. The Otters have only had one complete game this year. It was only in a 7-inning game with Parker Brahms. Here's the first pitch to Taveras. Big swing to center. That one sends Thompson back. Going back still to the track. Brings it in on the run for out number 2. Both runners tag. Throw's going to come in and both runners advance. So well hit ball from Crix Taveras, but it does end up with 2 outs. But also ends up with 2 runners in scoring position. And brings up Dennis Pierce, and I would not be shocked if they just intentionally walked him here. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. He 2 home runs. He's done all 3 He's hit in all 3 RBIs tonight for Evansville. And he's not getting the intentional walk, so we'll see how they pitch him. Gamelin sets and delivers the first pitch to Pierce. Goes for the strike zone, but just misses outside for ball 1. That was a pitch closer to the zone. Again, it seems like maybe they are pitching to him here. Here's the 1-0. Big swing at the fastball. He wanted to send that one out of the yard. Comes up empty, making 1-1. Pierce 2 home runs, now 15 on the season for Evansville. RBIs 31, 32, and 33 on the season. And his 59th game for Evansville. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Count is 1-2. Time called. And now Pierce steps out of the batter's circle to reset himself. Now he steps back in. A home run against both pitchers tonight for Florence. Started with Edgar Martinez, now Sean Gamlin trying to finish his 3rd inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken top corner for strike 3. Couldn't pull the trigger. The Otters strand a couple of runners in scoring position. Still lead by 3 as we head to the 8th here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
To the 8th inning we go. Otters lead 3-0, and Braden Scott, for the 2nd straight game, will pitch into the 8th inning. He has given up just 1 hit tonight. He has struck out 13 batters. He's tied a career high. 1 strikeout, he would he would set a new career high. He'd also tie himself for 4th in a single season strikeout record. With 2 strikeouts, he would tie himself for 3rd. With 3 strikeouts, he would not only set himself in 3rd alone, he'd also tie a franchise single game record of 16. But he's got to get some outs here. First against Zade Richardson. First pitch to him. Misses just inside for ball 1. Good take there from Richardson, who tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. 1-0 backdoor breaker. Now that one finds his own, making 1-1. Richardson tonight, the only y'all to not strike out. Scott trying to change that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Back foot breaker misses inside. Didn't get him swinging, make it 2-1. So this is Scott's third time through the lineup here at 7, 8, 9. They've reached just once this time through the lineup and a walk. 2-1 pitch. That one misses inside, make it 3-1. Just one hit tonight for Florence. Came off the bat of this guy at the plate. Scott's got him, or Scott's behind 3-1. Trying not to allow another leadoff base runner. 3-1 pitch lined out to deep left center. That's sending Graham Brown and Paolini over towards it. That one's going to land in the gap and get up and over the wall for a ground rule double. Never mind. A solo shot. Thought I saw that one bounce. I guess I saw something else. I don't know what I saw. A solo shot off the bat of Zade Richardson. And now it's 3-1.
Shortstop, 18, Hector Nieves.
The second straight game, he's given up a solo shot in the 8th inning. I don't know what it is about the 8th inning. But time to reset. Faces Hector Nieves now. Here's the first pitch to Nieves. It misses outside for ball 1. He's given up just 2 hits tonight. Both of them have come off the bat as Zade Richardson trying to get through 8 for the second straight game. 1-0 breaker. That one finds his own, make it 1-1. Nieves tonight is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. The 1-1 delivery front door breaker didn't quite break enough. Make it 2-1. Scott trying to work quickly. Keep the rhythm to what he likes. There's some action now in the Honors bullpen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Make it 2-2.
Please stand by for a couple of vehicle owners who need to move their cars because they're blocking people in.
So now the count is 2-2 to Nieves. Scott winds and delivers. Breaker doesn't quite break enough. Count runs full.
If I say your name, you're
The vocal home crowd wants it, but they aren't getting it. Count is full to Nieves. Second straight time he's had a full count to Nieves. A 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. There's a new career high, it's 14.
Strikeout. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are Timothy Tobert, driving a white
So 14 strikeouts for Braden Scott.
You move your car, you are blocking people in. If you don't move your car, it will be towed. Center fielder, 10, Dalen Thompson.
Sets a new career high. Here's the first pitch. Backdoor breaker finds his own for strike 1.
One more vehicle that needs to be moved. Stand by.
It ties him for third all-time in the Frontier League history. The 0-1 pitch misses high and wide, make it 1-1.
Drive of a gray 2020 F-150. You need to move your car. You're blocking people in. You need to move it before it gets towed at your expense.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Fastball taken high, make it 2-1. So as he's working around Thompson here with 1 away, as I mentioned, 157 on the season for Braden Scott. Obviously, it's a Frontier League leading number. Puts him tied for third among single season numbers. 2-1 pitch, backdoor breaker finds the zone. Count 2-2 to Dalen Thompson. Scott shakes once, agrees, winds, and delivers. 2-2 pitch on the ground towards third, played by Taylor, booted it a little bit, gets behind him, and the runner will reach. Throw goes down, but Jones has to get off the bag.
Second baseman, 0, Tyler Schoenfeld.
That brings a 1-out base runner to first base, and the tying run to the plate in the form of Tyler Schoenfeld. Should have been out number 2. Keenan Taylor has been so good at third base this year. Makes a mistake on that one. Scott back on the mound. 3-1 lead, tying run at the plate here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 run in on a solo shot. Comes set, looking over at first base. Now delivers the first pitch to Schoenfeld. Big swing, but he comes up empty on the fastball. Starts behind 0-1. So it did get confirmation. Only 1 game played tonight for Gateway. They did reset that one, but Mississippi up 7-3. Turn that one around. Again, if things were to stay as they are, Gateway would lose the division. Next pitch, front door breaker, didn't quite break enough, make it 1-1. But right now, our attention is here at Bosse Field. Braden Scott trying to work through 8 for the 2nd straight game. Looking over at first base. Second glance. Now here's the 1-1. Front door breaker popped up, shallow center field. Out on it is Tavares. In on it is Brown. Brown calls him off, brings it on the run for out number 2. So with 2 outs,
Third baseman.
it's to Michael Ballard. And Max Peterson's going to step out of the dugout. We'll see if they're going to go get him or if it's going to be a conversation. The way he kind of came out of there, maybe worried about giving up the lead. Obviously, you don't want to do that. Max Peterson out there talking with him, making sure his pitcher's okay. Again, he's thrown a lot of pitches. 119 pitches on the game so far for him. He's thrown as many as 125. They're going to stick with him at least for 1 more batter. 1 out of the way through 8 innings. It'll be a 2nd straight game going through 8. He has 14 strikeouts, a career high. Otters leading 3-1. The solo shot, the only damage so far against him. Now it brings up Michael Ballard, who was 0 for 3 on the night, batting in the 2-hole. Ballard this season, just game 48 for him. 293 batting average, 5 home runs, 11 doubles. First pitch swinging, popped up left side. Taylor over towards it. Still going into foul territory, still moving, and he gets under it in time for out number 3. And Scott is out of the 8th. Did give up a run on the solo shot, but otherwise is a new career high in strikeouts. Otters head to the bottom of the 8th, up by 2 here in the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Graham Brown, JT Benson, and LJ Jones. Sean Gamlin's still out there. Again, outside of that 2-run shot, it's been good out there. Did have to work around runners at 2nd and 3rd in that last inning, but managed to get out of that. And again, Graham Brown, he is 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. First pitch swinging, but he fouls that one directly back. Count at 0-1. So more than likely, that's going to do it for Braden Scott. And if he exits his final game this season, he's going to finish with 157 strikeouts, which does tie him for third most among Frontier League pitchers in a single season. The 0-1 pitch finds the zone, make it 0-2. It's already set the Otters single season record. It's already become their all-time strikeout leader. Now has placed his name among the greatest in the Frontier League. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball taken inside. Great take from Brown. Make it 1-2. That 157 ties him with Dustin Williams, who set that record, or that number, at 2011 with Windy City. Counts now 1-2 to Brown. Gamblin sets and delivers. Swung on a miss. Can't catch up to the fastball, and there's one away. Two above him last year, Dalen Miley with Gateway had 161. And then back in 2012, Mike Recchia with 177 with Windy City. That's a number that's going to be so hard to touch. So with one away, it's JT Benson. He's trying to find his first hit of the night. First pitch misses inside for ball one. Hat falls off of Gamelin. Throwing it so hard his hat's falling off. Mississippi now up 8-3. Schaumburg still up 3-0. Again, it's looking more and more like Schaumburg's going to clinch the division tonight. 1-0 pitch. Off speed finds the outside corner. Make it 1-1. Gamelin sets, delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one hit hard towards third. Ballard dives, stops it in front of him, picks it up, throw to first is not going to be in time. Benson beats out the infield single. A rocket off the bat of JT Benson. Somehow Ballard was able to stop it. He's played some excellent third base. Didn't field it completely cleanly. Picked it up. The throw just not in time. And with one out, a leadoff base runner for LJ Jones. He steps in 0-2 with a walk. Gamelin sets, trying to work around that one-out single. That pitch misses low and wide for ball one. Benson over there trying to time him up, went just a little bit early, so he ended up not going at all. Gamelin sets once again. Delivers the 1-0 pitch to Jones. Big swing, deep to left. That one's deep. That one's gone. No doubter, LJ Jones. He knew it as soon as it left the bat. Make it 5-1 Evansville, their third home run of the night. First one not for Dennis Pierce. LJ's 9th home run of the season. It's broken this one open. It's 5-1. Now Keenan Taylor due up. He'll try to follow that with one away. First pitch swinging, popped up, foul territory. That one's going to get up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike two. So I mentioned the Otters have 3 home runs tonight. All three of those have accounted for all the runs so far. One off of Edgar Martinez, 2 off of Gamelin, and both of them were no doubters out to left. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped up right side. Out on is Zeisler. That into foul territory. Still going out towards the track of the infield, and he brings it on the run for out number 2. Great behind the back catch there, or over the back catch from Zeisler. 2-away, it's Stephen Paolini. Or did he drop that? Never. Wow, that's twice now. I've just missed the ball. Okay, counts 0-2 for Taylor. He steps back in. Here's the next 0-2 pitch. On the ground, up the middle. Played by Shaney Felt. Throw to first in time. There's 2 away. So ball don't lie. Gets the ground out. Now it's Stephen Paolini.
The left fielder, number 34, Stephen Paolini.
So Stephen Paolini will step in with 2 away here. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one off. He'll start behind 0-1.
Overhead top ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
So Paolini behind 0-1, trying to find his first hit of the night. He's been called out on a couple of pitches outside the zone. That pitch misses outside, make it 1-1. Twice tonight, called out on strike 3. Again, both those times they were out of the zone. So it's been a rough night for him at the plate. Not all his fault, though. 1-1 pitch, big swing, but out in front of the changeup. He's behind 1-2. Count 1-2 to Paolini. The 1-2 pitch, checked his swing. Did he go? He did, says the third base umpire, and he goes down swinging. But the Otters add 2 more for off LJ Jones' 2-run shot. We head to the 9th. Otters leading by 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Otters call to the bullpen is Garrett Crowley. Crowley on the mound. Behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. First pitching change of the night for Evansville comes in the 9th inning. And it's Garrett Crowley who will enter with a 4-run lead, so not a safe situation, but man, he has been good this season for Evansville. Talked a lot about Braden Scott. Can't talk enough about how well he's been, but you can say the same thing about Garrett Crowley. Since he's been acquired by Evansville, he has been so good out of the bullpen. He's pitched in 9 games and 10 2/3 innings. He's earned 5 saves. He's pitched to an 8.4 ERA, 19 strikeouts to no walks, including an immaculate inning back on August 10th against Windy City. He'll face Reeves, Zeisler, and Brocado. And against all gut feeling, I will say this, he's retired 18 straight batters. Last 10 of 12 were by strikeout. And all those have come since he's been the closer. Again, not a safe situation. Second time they've done this year. First pitch to Reeves, swinging, popped up right side. It's up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts 0-1. Might be the last one I do at Bossy Field this season. Reeves, tall windup, sets. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Reeves. Breaker on the ground towards third. Past the diving glove of Crix Tavares, and a leadoff single for TJ Reeves. Will break up that 18 straight streak for Garrett Crowley. Now face the left-handed hitting Hank Zeisler. Again, Crowley this season. I should say this is the second time this year he has entered a game not in a safe situation. Both times it was Evansville adding to their lead in the 8th inning. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken high for ball 1. Florence not going to go down without a fight. This offense has been excellent all year. The reason they'd stop now. Crowley comes set. Delivers the 1-0 pitch. Breaker outside. Just misses. Make it 2-0. Again, it's been a tight zone for most of the night. There's been some odd calls that have been called strikes on pitches that missed the zone, but here's the 2-0 pitch. That one back in the zone. Make it 2-1. Crowley's thrown 3 straight fastballs to Zeisler here. Got a bug on my score sheet. Schaumburg now extends their lead 5-0. Washington up 4-0. Again, just trying to keep pace with Lake Erie. Big swing from Zeisler. Comes up empty. Make it 2-2 as Crowley's worked it back to even. Big game of the night. Tri-City beats New Jersey 17-3. Sussex County was up pretty well on Quebec. It's now only 11-8. Quebec trying to find their way back in that game. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Zeisler stays alive. Yeah, Sussex County was up 11-4. Quebec takes it to the 9th inning, just down by 3. So that game's not over yet. New York has really opened up that one in New York, 12-4 over Ottawa. Setting themselves up into the final series, just down half a game to Ottawa. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Soft looper into left center field, over towards his Paolini, still coming over. He reaches for it and brings it in on the run for out number 1. The speed of Paolini pays off for Evansville as he takes a hit away, potentially even an extra base hit away from Zeisler. And with 1 out, it's Anthony Brocato. Don't want to give any life to this Florence team. Paolini may have just taken away any life they may have had. First pitch to Brocato, swings at the breaker. Way out in front, he's behind 0-1. Brocato tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's walked twice.
Tonight's attendance, 4,891.
0-1 pitch, misses outside, make it 1-1. Crowley working with a 1-1 count on Brocato. Big-time home run hitter, had one back in the first inning of game 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fastball taken just high, make it 2-1.
4,891, 4891. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
That fastball hasn't missed by much for Crowley. Just hasn't quite gotten into the zone, hasn't gotten it close enough for some swings. Here's the 2-1. Went breaker. This is inside, make it 3-1. So now Crowley working behind 3-1 to Brocato, 1 away, runner at first base. He's got a runway to work with. Crowley sets. Delivers a 3-1 pitch. Fastball swung through. Can't catch up to the 93 heater. Count runs full. So he's worked it to full as Crowley. Definitely not the most accurate we've seen him. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses low, ball 4. That's just his first walk in an Otters uniform.
Left fielder, 25, Jackson Hauge.
And now he'll face Jackson Hauge. As Felix will come out there and have a chat with Crowley. Tying run is on deck. You want to do anything you can to make sure he does not reach to the plate. The big game tonight in college football. Nebraska and Cincinnati tied at 3 early in the second quarter over there. The Otters trying to close out their home schedule on the right side of a victory. Braden Scott went out there and pitched 8 excellent innings. He's given up just 1 run on a solo shot. Crowley works the 9th. He's been given a 4-run lead. But Florence not going down without a fight. First pitch swinging, lifted out deep to right. Benson out a little bit towards his left. Camps under it for out number 2. Runner's going to take off for third. Throw's going to come into second base, so they will allow that runner to advance, being Reeves. Gets the second out. Now it's Zade Richardson.
I can't hear you, Otter fans.
Runners on the corners, 2 away. The all-important run still on deck. Richardson tonight had the only 2 hits against Scott tonight, at least in my scorebook. We had 2 of the hits tonight, including a solo shot, the only damage against him. Now he faces Crowley. First pitch, breaker, finds an inside corner for strike 1. So he did have both hits against Scott tonight. The only other hit was TJ Reeves off of Crowley. He's standing at third base right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground, up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. A run will score. First run he's given up since that August 10th outing against Windy City. And now will bring the tying run to the plate.
Shortstop, 18, Hector Nieves.
So Richardson continues to be hot. He's gone 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And now it's Hector Nieves, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Those are all against Braden Scott. First time facing Garrett Crowley. Nieves does represent the tying run. Crowley sets, looks back at second. No one holding on the runner at second. Here's the first pitch to Nieves. Chopped up the middle. Slow roller. Cruz can't play it. Gets past him. Tavares has to go around a runner to get to the ball. And another run will score on the defensive mistake from Evansville. Another big defensive mistake.
Center fielder, 10. Dalen Thompson.
And now Dalen Thompson steps in with the tying run at first base. A little bit of incidental contact between Tavares and Richardson over at second. Now all the infield comes in after that mistake. Do give Richardson, Nieves. It was Nieves. Would have been a tough play at first. Don't know if it would have been a hit or a not. That mistake did allow a run to score either way. So do give him the single. Now Crowley has to work around the traffic, the tying run at first. Brings in Dalen Thompson, who is 0 for 3. Reached on an error his last time up. 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Otters now lead 5-3. Runners on the corners. First pitch to Thompson. Big swing at the off speed. Comes up empty. Crowley out in front 0-1. Crowley looking into Felix, agrees and sets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing at the curveball again. Can't get to it. Count 0-2. Time called by Thompson. The crowd here at Bosse Field gets loud, trying to make sure they witness the victory to end the 2025 home schedule. Crowley 1 strike away. Comes set. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Backdoor breaker called, strike 3, and that does it. It was a little bit of an adventure, but Crowley closes it out, and the Otters are victorious in the final game of 2025. They win 5-3 after the excellent outing from Braden Scott. Garrett Crowley finishes off the 9th. Couple of home runs from Dennis Pierce and a home run from L.J. Jones. We'll talk about that and more on the Papa John's postgame show after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a Rockin' Extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Welcome into the Papa John's post-game show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and post-game shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. So that does it for the 2025 home season for Evansville, and what a game to finish it off on. Braden Scott, his best start of the season. Went 8 innings, gave up just 2 hits. One of those was a home run in the 8th inning. He worked, so he did go up an earned run. Walked 3, but set a new career high with 14 strikeouts. Put himself tied for 3rd with Dustin Williams at 157 on the season. Put him tied for 3rd in Frontier League history. Fantastic outing from Braden Scott once again. Can't say enough about that guy. He has been so good this season, so good for Evansville. And no matter where he ends up next year, if he's playing baseball, he's pitching some gems. So that was his final start of the season. Evansville's offense, for the most part, for the first 7 innings, was all Dennis Pierce. Worked around some hits, but Dennis Pierce, a solo shot, put Evansville out in front in the 3rd inning. They went up 1-0. Then Dennis Pierce back in the 5th, a 2-run home run, brought them to 3-0. And then in the 8th inning, it was 3-1. L.J. Jones, a no-doubter, out to left. Put Evansville up 5-1. Garrett Crowley worked the 9th for the first time in a long time. Give him a couple of runs. Give up a run to start the inning, and then that slow roller off the bat in Nieves. It's going to be a tough play all the way, but Cruz ended up not being able to make the play, gets the outfield, and a run scores as well. Both of those are listed as earned runs for him. Again, he had been excellent so far. Really his first bad outing, you could really say, at all tonight. But again, he's able to close it out on that strikeout, which was huge. So great outing for him still. And Evansville finishes off their home season on the right foot. They finished their home schedule this year at 26-22. Another winning record at home. And now they are set for the final 3 of the season in Gateway. They will travel tomorrow for the day trip, play the final 3, and finish off the season. Assuming Gateway does not come back or Schaumburg does not blow their lead. It'll just be for fun. Gateway more than likely will not be playing for a division title by that point, but either way, it will be a fun finish of the season as Evansville continues to play excellent in the month of August. NFL time. Braden Scott gets the win. Why not? He has been excellent at home, man. It's just been something to see. Only one with 2 hits tonight was Dennis Pierce, those 2 home runs, and then LJ Jones a 2-run shot. Offensively, all but 2 players got hits. Everyone reached at some point, but overall, good night for Evansville, and you go home as victors. Well, that'll do it for tonight from the ballpark. See you back tomorrow night in Gateway for Evansville. That game will start at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night after Evansville travels after the win tonight, trying to take the good vibes out to Gateway, where they are 1-2 on the season. That'll do it for me tonight from the ballpark. This is Lucas Macklin signing off on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYR. And as always, have a blessed night, Otters fans.